Alright, so we're back into another Dragon Ball Super card game video. This is going to be a pretty quick video. This is a video I probably should have made maybe a couple days ago, but I think this is going to be a pretty good challenge. And to make it quick, this is about Daylon's $1,000 tournament that I got invited to. That's going to be here this week, or online this week on Saturday. And I'm trying to answer the question, what should I play for Daylon's 1K? And I'm kind of giving it to the community. And before you even think or say anything, I do have a deck just in case. You know, it's built, the sideboard's almost done. I think I'll be fine, you know, if I don't have a decision by tomorrow, basically. But at the end of the video, I'm going to ask you a question and explain how it works. But first, I want to go through the categories and what the actual tournament is about. And if you haven't known, or if you didn't know already, Marcus Cantarsi on the left here, which I'm kind of blocking, but it says here the Saturday Sunday weekend, the 22nd and 23rd, will feature a fun exhibition tournament with the Max All-Star Showdown, with 32 players come to compete for a $1,000 winner take all tournament. And as promised, here's a bracket you can see on the right side. We'll take a look at that in a second. And then it's going to be on twitch.tv in Paris Couscous, if you haven't checked him out. I did raid him last night, I do believe, and this is right before I start streaming as well. By the time this is going to be up, it's going to be a couple hours before I start streaming. It's going to start at 9 a.m. On Saturday, so definitely tune in for that. And then he does have a fillable bracket, which I'm kind of offended. Everybody's saying that I'm going to lose round one, which may be true, but still, I don't know. He says that is a fun and exciting type of thing going on, which I do agree. I think these type of tournaments are very, very cool. I've always wanted to do one in person, like an invite only type thing, but I don't got Daylon money, so this is like the next best thing, honestly. If you didn't know who Daylon Mack is, he's an NFL player who's been pretty prominent in the DBS community. Great guy. I mean, honestly, he's very real from what people. I don't want to get into all the other things, but I think he's a cool guy. I have no problems with him. I can only support the things that are really, really cool, which this is going to be one of those cool things. I can't speak too much about the bracket. We got myself, Eggman over here, and Josh over here, all from stage 0, which I'm very, very happy that we got some representation, even for one person, which I hit the mic here. Even for one person, I'm very happy to see that. And there's a lot of noble names, from Brian Samuel to Zuhair to Armani to Isaiah, which Isaiah's name is incorrectly spelled. Josh is going against the former champion Jordan. Danny Hype coming out of retirement. Shad over here, which I don't think people will really understand how good that guy is. Russell, obviously. Kevin Castillo, obviously a really good player from the West Coast. Marcel Russell, Frank Miller, Rob Rizzi, all these people, man. And I'm going against one of the Hill Twins, which I did go against one of the Hill Twins in Gen Con. I fortunately won that game. It was a best of 1, but I think best of 3 is definitely a different beast. Like it's one of those things, like small decisions and sideboards can make or break the game itself, and that's where I think the skill comes in, and as well as the longevity. And for this being about 3 to 4 rounds, depending if you get to the finals, it's going to be pretty tough, because the bracket itself is pretty tough. If I beat him, I have to go against Marquise, and as well as Nicholas Minino. I don't know how to say his name, but Minio. I'm not even gonna try, but I did go against Marquise as well in Gen Con. Ended up winning that one. I think if he plays the same deck, which is Vegito, I think I know that matchup a little bit better if I play the same deck as well. But it's just all up in the air, and then I have to find out if I'm gonna play against Russ, Thomas, Jordan Rodriguez, or Jonathan Rodriguez, and Chris Vash Jordan. I mean, honestly, even if I get knocked out round 1, it's going to be a really good game to watch, or a really good match to watch, or a really, really good tournament to watch. Either way, let me get to the point. The first thing I kind of want to get out the way is the obvious choices, right? So when we're talking about the format in itself, we don't really have a developed format. All the Gen Con games, or all the Gen Con matches, the tournaments over that weekend, were all best of 1. We did have the stuff from Gamers, did have the one in New Jersey, I do believe that was a 1K, and we kind of understand what's good. Like, and if you played any of these leaders here and the ones I'm going to take a look at, you'll kind of understand, you know, what the format offers and what's really good and what's really okay, you know. And when we're talking about obvious choices, Vegex is going to be my obvious choice because, you know, I played it before. I know the deck. It's pretty easy. Like, it's like you mill stuff, you play stuff for free, and then you bibbity them. Like, it's not that hard, right? And this is definitely going to be a deck that's going to be out in the format of this tournament as well. And to say that it's not, it's kind of ignorant, right? Bibbity is super strong. Vegex is super strong, a super free play or free real estate type thing. It's just really good. And honestly, I enjoy the deck. I hate to say it, even though it's kind of degenerate sometimes. But I do really think that's going to be a prominent choice. And then we also have Last Resort Frieza, another starter deck. I really like hand destruction. We don't have a limit since this is all on untap. So there's no cost limit. There's no like cost gate type thing or money gate type thing. And because of that, you can play the Meta Coolers from the Champ Pack. You can play the Zarbons from the TP Pack. You can play all these other things that may cost money and might stop you from playing that type of deck. And I think this is a really good choice for this format because of that type of thing. And then we also have Super Saiyan Gotenks, basically the yellow really this this set in this format, in which you do have to consider in a best of 3. I think Gotenks is a hugely good pick, like a very good pick. You can pivot from mono yellow to blue yellow. You have a lot of answers and control in blue, in yellow and in blue. You have the Unison card. You have Mekiabara, or yeah, I'm saying that right? Mekiabara. I'm not, listen, these comments are getting to me. Anyway, he's a strong leader. You can develop a board pretty well. You can tap down their energy. Honestly, he is really good. I think he lacks in some like direct removal, which I think the 6-drop Massane is going to help with that in the sideboard as well as the main. But I'm not really going to get into it. All these 3 things, all these 3 decks, I'm pretty comfortable with. And honestly, if I had a day, which technically I'm going to have a day to test out any of these decks, I'll be fine, honestly. But then we go into the secondaries and the Rogue, right? So Kid Ku, I think, is one of those decks that people should really consider and be like, damn, okay, this is still a good deck, and this is still something that can probably top, but can it win a $1,000 event? Can it have the longevity and have the tools for a $1,000 event? And that's why this is kind of a secondary / rogue. Same thing for Shenron, in which, yeah, Goku can draw and have the skill list and have the 1-drop and as well as the Unison. And then Shenron also has all the control and all the things, right, that he has, but doesn't have enough support. And then does Q have enough degenerate or free things to actually cheese your opponent and do well over time, right? And now we also have AOD, in which if you saw the video that we made with Jaden and Sandy, if Sandy's playing it, you know it's degenerate. You know it's good, right? So you really have to think about, okay, do I play this and do I know the deck enough, and do I know how to go against it if I don't play it? Which AOD is definitely, I'm telling you, is definitely going to be in this tournament. And then Bulma, like Ernest, when I did that interview with him in the previous video, I think Bulma is really good. In which, you know, she has the blockers to go against Vegex, she has the removal to go against AOD, she has things to go against pretty much everything. And with Shenron and like Vegito, or I really can't think of it really anything else that hurts Bulma too much. I guess more aggro, like the Vegeta baby type aggro type thing. Maybe the Burnhan deck that I was talking about before, maybe a few other things. She doesn't really get hit too hard with hand control, I don't think, like Cell Surge and as well as a number of other decks, which, by the way, this category or section is just the stuff that I'm comfortable with and that I know of. It's not necessarily, you know, what all the secondary and rogue decks are. Same thing for the obvious choices. And now we also have the Dark Horse, or for fun. I can't tell you what it is because I have like 1 or 2 decks for it, but I think it is going to be fun if I did play it. I think it is going to be something that, you know, people are like, why are you playing that? And is it actually good? And now this is something they had to consider, in which for all 3 of these categories, which I'm going to ask at the comment below, all categories, whatever has the most thumbs up wins. It has to have more than 50 thumbs up for it to have it, for me to even consider and to say, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick that category. So for all these categories, you have to consider. So the obvious choices, I think I'll do relatively well, whether it's in the first, second, third round or whatever, right? As long as I play pretty seriously and I don't mess up, right? And then the secondaries are like, okay, this is a little bit different, but I think I have a chance to steal a win or two. And then the dark horse is like, okay, it doesn't matter if I lose, then that's okay, I played a dark horse. If I win, then that's even better because I played a dark horse, right? And it's sort of like giving myself an out, but I don't really consider that way because it's supposed to be a fun thing anyway. I don't know. Either way, whatever anybody wants to think, I'm not very much of a competitive player. I like to support the game. I like to play competitively when I like the format. I do like the format now, so I don't think I really have too many issues if I win or lose, basically. Just like how I did in the Gen Con event. But the bottom line is that all you have to do is comment below. If someone comments, play the fun deck or play the dark horse, I will play it if it has more than 50 and it has the most thumbs up in the comment section below. And then the same thing for other two categories. Just put the category in the comments. Whoever you see has it, go ahead and thumbs it up, and I'll go ahead and play it. I'll close this out tomorrow morning at, let's say, 7 o'clock for comments, and as well as the thumbs up, all the other stuff, right? So it gives you enough time to watch the video and to go down to the comments, thumbs it up, like the video, subscribe if you are new, join the Discord, and I will see you in the next one.